Well, good morning. How are you today? I'm out for a nice walk, enjoying myself in Chiang Mai, Thailand. This has been a beautiful trip to Chiang Mai. I've had a chance to see so much of this beautiful town, and you know something? I've only scratched the surface. During this trip, I have been enjoying Old Town Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is much larger than just Old Town, and I've just been enjoying the different restaurants and cool little shops, nightlife with live music just in the Old Town area. That's how you know you have to return and see more of a beautiful city like Chiang Mai. And today, we are not only going to enjoy some great meals, I'm going to show you some wonderful places to go and enjoy yourself while you're here in Chiang Mai, but we're also going to have a good conversation. We're going to talk about something that's come up. A few people have asked in the comment section how I do banking. How am I secure? How do I use ATMs? Things like that. And all of these questions come down to one basic idea. How am I doing cybersecurity when I am traveling as much as I do? I'm outside of the United States 90% of the year. I go back to the US for a couple weeks out of the year. That's it. So how am I doing my banking? How am I doing my investing? And how am I keeping myself safe online when I travel? Well, I'm going to go through all of that in this video step by step to let you know the techniques that I use to stay secure online. We got a lot to talk about today, and we've got a beautiful town and a beautiful park to walk through and enjoy. I'm excited about this, and I'm glad we're getting a chance to talk about it. Let's get going. Thank you so much to everyone who has been asking questions about online security. The first thing that I want to explain to everybody is what's called three-factor authentication. We're just going to start right into it. We're not taking it easy, and we're not going in light. I'm going to explain to you what three-factor authentication is. And when you understand this, it will keep you secure both abroad and right in your home country. So let's discuss exactly what three-factor authentication is. By the end of this video, you will be able to implement a much better online security plan. What is three-factor authentication? Well, three-factor authentication means there are three ways that you are proving to your financial institutions that you are you. Three ways that they're confirming that your device, whether it be your phone or your laptop, has not been grabbed by somebody, and now they're trying to get into your banking. They're trying to get into your brokerage. Let's talk about how these work because they're very important. The bank that you use and the investing brokerage that you use, no matter what it is, probably had you set up a password, right? Now that password, it should be complicated, but at the same time, you don't want to forget it. One of the things that I used to always tell people is maybe try to use a short phrase, something you won't forget. But that short phrase, you know, it has a lot of different letters in it. It's obviously something that is confusing. It's not something that you're going to easily predict. Try to use something like that. But it's something that you don't have to write down in order to remember it, but it's still a good complicated password. Now that you've got your password set up, you figure, hey, that's the first step right there. The first thing I need to log into my banking anywhere I am on earth is I need my password. But that is only the beginning. The second thing that you need is for them to figure out, did you put in your password or did someone else? How do you do that? There's something that you can use called an authentication app. An authentication app is free. You don't have to pay for it. Microsoft makes one. There's a lot of different ones out there, and they're fantastic. You download one of these authentication apps and you set up an account. Now, when you log into your banks, whether it be your brokerage to buy some stocks, or whether it be your bank to check on your bank account to make sure your ATM account still has some cash in it, And to see what kind of bills you might be paying while you're traveling abroad, every time you log in and you put your password in, you will be told, okay, that's good, but we're gonna send a code to your authentication app on a separate device. It could be on your cell phone, could be vice versa. You might be logging in on your cell phone and you might be using your laptop for the authentication app. But either way, a code will be sent to that app, and you type in the code that gets sent to that app. That is your second factor of authentication. It means not only do I know the password, but someone else did not grab my cell phone and now they're trying to use it to get into my bank. So this might sound to a lot of you like, okay, great. That's first and second form of authentication. What is the third? Well, this one you might not think about, but there's a reason why I use my iPhone when I travel. First of all, I think iPhones are built very strong, but second, they're very secure with what they do communication-wise. And one thing that I love about my iPhone is I have to use my face to get into it. You see, I can't even get to my authentication app unless I'm using my face. That is the third factor. I can't even look at the code that gets sent to me. And I'm gonna take you even one step further. We're not done yet. The Hana Cafe, what a warm and friendly little cafe here in Old Town Chiang Mai. A lovely place to stop in for a nice coffee and for breakfast. I just found this place to be perfect. They have strong Wi-Fi if you need to get some work done, and they were cooking up the bacon this morning. I ordered the Eggs Benedict and a nice hot cappuccino. Perfect. The prices are great. Hana Cafe captures that eclectic feel of Old Town. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Thank you. When I'm out walking like this, it's nice to find these places because I can sit down, enjoy an inexpensive meal, a delicious meal. Oh my, thank you. Whew, thank you so much. And with that meal, I can get some work done, some editing. I can just relax, listen to some music. I always bring my headphones with me. It's pleasant, and I like these kinds of places, these family-owned places. This cost $5 for this fantastic meal. And cappuccino for $2, just perfect. It stays within a low-cost travel budget. You're eating quality and you're not paying high cost. This is exactly what I try to show you in these videos. We're not done yet. We've got more to talk about online security. There's another layer of security that I utilize when I travel. The first, for doing any type of banking or going into my brokerage to do any kind of purchases of stocks. The first, of course, is the password. The second, they send a code to my authentication app, and I have to type that in. The third, I can't even get to my authentication app unless I use my face to get into the iPhone. That's why I love iPhones. And the fourth layer is something you may or may not ever heard of. It's called a VPN, a virtual private network. What is it and how does it work? You see, when you're traveling the world, if you try to log into your bank or if you try to log into your brokerage and buy some stocks, they're gonna say, whoa, hold up. This is coming from someplace in Southeast Asia. This is coming from someplace in Latin America. We're not gonna let you go through. In fact, we're gonna do one step further. We're gonna shut down your ability to even get into your account, and we're gonna send you messages every way possible. Hey, contact us by phone and tell us what's going on. This can be a real hassle. What if it's on a Saturday? What if the time zones are so that it's late at night? Now you're trying to get into your bank, and back in your home country, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. You're out of luck. So instead, you use what's called a VPN. VPNs, they do cost a little bit. There might be some free ones out there as well, but I will tell you, VPNs cost a couple dollars a month. They're actually really cheap. And the nice thing is, the VPNs that you get these days, they come with a lot of opportunities. Like, they can be used on multiple devices for no extra charge. They also have layers of cybersecurity within them, so they're kind of watching that someone isn't trying to tap into your system. Actually, I'm really surprised at how quality VPNs have become these days. Now, for a couple of dollars, you can turn on that VPN on your laptop. You download it, you make an account, you pay for maybe 1 year. I say that because if you do that, you get a couple of months for free. It's only like a couple of bucks a month, very cheap. And now your bank and your brokerage thinks that you're sitting back in your home country. It sets up a virtual network. So even though you're sitting here in Thailand, your financial institutions believe that you're logging in somewhere back in the States. That makes it so they don't lock down your bank. They don't lock down your brokerage, which is a great thing for them to do, but you're trying to not have that happen so you can get your banking done. The VPN is like a fourth layer. And I'll tell you, for a couple of bucks, it's so worth it. I love having my VPN on my laptop and on my cell phone as well. Now, I'll tell you, these 4 ways of getting security for your banking, fantastic. Only one of them costs anything. You can set them up, and I recommend that you do. There's still something else I want to talk about. When I'm out for my walk, I will find these great little local family-owned operations. Oh, it's all over. Look at these fantastic noodles, made fresh. That's good. Is this like a mixture of different meat? All I do is just show up. Nothing is in English. No one speaks English. It doesn't matter. Just smile. Point at what you want. They will make you one. I point at what somebody else was ordering, smiled. Thank you. I show them like the number 1 with my finger and point towards myself. That's all you need. Thank you. Oh, man. So here you've got some pork that has been stewed probably overnight. It is so soft and delicious. They put some greens on there and some seasoned rice. Just fantastic. That was $2, actually a little less than $2. And then this noodle that had like a mixture of different meats, delicious noodles, the vegetables they had in there. I put just a little bit of spice, and then I sprinkle a little bit of peanuts over it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. This was also just a little under $2. This meal is so inexpensive. I might as well sit down, order 2 items, get completely full, and I'm good for the day. On the walls, they have menus in that. Nothing's in English. It doesn't matter. I have to reinforce, you can travel just fine. A smile, just getting along with people. Everyone knows why you walked in. You walked in to eat. Let's head back to the park because there's still one more important factor I want to tell you about. There has been a lot of hacking going on in people's accounts. Now, I'm not talking creator accounts. I'm talking people's accounts as far as their banking and as far as their brokerages. What's happening? Even with all this authentication set up, I'll tell you where the big vulnerability is right now. It's with emails. Emails are getting sent out to creators, and they're getting sent out to people who just have bank accounts and brokerage accounts. And they're saying, we need to talk to you. It's very important. Click here to set up a secure communication, or click here to download this bill that just occurred. And you look at it and go, oh, wait a minute, this is my bank. but I didn't buy this, whatever this purchase is for. It's for hundreds of dollars. I didn't purchase this. Let me click here and see what this bill was. It's all a scam. I'm going to give you a very important thought. Never click on anything in an email. No institution is ever going to ask you to contact them through an email. What they're going to do is send you an email that says, this is a notice. Now, go to your browser and log in on your own to our website. That's how you know it's a true email and not a scam. Never download anything from emails. Never click on any link in an email. If somebody is saying for content creators, hey, we want to send you some information, here it is, it's just a file, just download it, don't. This is what I tell people instead. If anybody wants to send me a communication via email, whatever you need to say to me, you put it in the title of the email, because I'm not even going to open it. I don't even open my email. If I need to go to my bank or my banking institutions, if I need to go to one of my brokerages, I'll log in, okay? I don't need to get information sent to me by email. I don't open them, and I do not want to download anything that gets sent to me by email. That one is an important part of secure communications online when you are traveling or back home. Burma Icon is another one of those great restaurants here in Old Town Chiang Mai that at night it will be so busy. They have all these lights set up. It's so beautiful at night. But I come here at lunchtime and I don't worry about the crowds at all. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Oh, that looks great, thank you. This was a blueberry smoothie, fantastic, a couple dollars, and you're good to go. I mean, this is really the way to go for a nice, relaxing lunch. It's a low-cost lunch, and at night, you're going to have a restaurant like this filled with people that are ordering dishes, and come at lunchtime, relax, you're good. Thank you so much. Breaded and deep fried shrimp. Are you kidding me? So good. And the salsa that they brought with it, this spicy salsa, but still had a nice little sweet zing to it. Fantastic. Something like this, I'll just grab as a snack as I'm walking. And as always, a restaurant like this will have Wi-Fi. If you want to sit down, listen to some music, or maybe do a little bit of editing, you can do both. But how relaxing to go and eat a snack like this. This is part of a low-cost lifestyle, traveling the world. You're not spending a lot of money, but you're still living with quality. Quality over quantity. That's minimalism. I want to thank you for spending time with me today. We got a chance to talk about something that's important. When you travel, are you secure? Is your security for your banking and your investments and everything that you're using, your cards, your communication, are you being safe so that your banking, finances, communication are not being tapped into and your electronics are not being hacked? I hopefully put out some good information for you today, and I hope that it helps you as you do traveling like I'm doing around the world. Do you want to learn more about traveling this way? A minimalist lifestyle, low-cost living overseas. I love it, and I am continuing to do it year-round. If you want to know more and get more information like this, like and subscribe the video and come along with. Okay, I'm going to continue on with my morning walk. We'll talk again soon. Aloha. I was just enjoying myself when I was confronted with the mad dog of Thailand. Look at him. He's just a hound dog observing me.